another unboxing video here. Just got a package in the mail today. What I have here is a 90s Distortions mask from 1995. You can find it in the 1995 catalog. I have a whole bunch of masks in the 1995 catalog. Hellhound 2, Ancient Evil, Big Bad Wolf, Death Jester. Just a bunch of random kind of different masks. This one's kind of weird, but it's from the 1995 catalog. I actually have a copy of it here, but this one's a little different. This comes from a seller that I've bought a lot of masks from. I've built a lot of my collection from this guy. And he's had several of these. These, you know, I've never seen anybody else have these for sale. I know there's several people with these in their collections now, but they all seem to have come from this guy. Other than this guy, I've never seen anybody else have one of these or acquire it elsewhere. I mean, I'm sure there is people that have them, but anyway, this guy has had several of these. This guy got a huge lot of old stock, new old stock Distortion stuff. I've got several things from him before. He's had several of these for sale, and they've kind of came and went, and I've kicked myself for never picking one up. And I thought he was completely out of them, and all of a sudden he had one up for sale again. Got it for real cheap. So really packed well. It's got packing peanuts, bubble wrap. Out of the bag. There we go. New mask. Well, again, this is from 1995, but this is like brand new. This again, it's new old stock, so it's you know, from 1995, but it's brand new. Doesn't have the tags. He has some stuff with tags, some without. The tag probably fell off at some point, but you can see well, it says 1994 on here, but if you look online, it appears in the 1995 catalog. You can look on the back, it says, I don't know if it'll pick up with my crappy lighting, but 1994 Distortions. But very cool. This mask is called the Bad Boy. Again, it's in the 95 catalog. It says Distortions 94 on the back. Got a new old stock from a guy. It's kind of a punk biker. Kind of reminds me of Mad Max type character. Now when I say I had one of these before, they made two versions of this mask. I actually have two of these. They have the black version, African American black, however you want to say it, skin color version, and the Caucasian or white version. So you got the black version and the white version. Again, I have two of the black versions. I picked one up, and then again the seller was selling another one for really cheap, and I couldn't pass it up, so I grabbed another one just because it was so cheap. And again, these aren't extremely rare, but other than this seller, I've never seen these before. You know, I don't think they were a widely popular mask back in the day. So I mean, it's not one that you'll come across out in the wild if you're, you know, looking through, you know, vintage masks at Goodwills and stuff. You know, I know several people that have them in their collections, but they all came from the same seller. So again, two versions. I have two of these guys. Had this one for a while. I've seen several of these go for sale, and I just never picked one up. I kicked myself for never getting the alternate version, just because I wanted to have both. And lo and behold, he had another one. I don't know how many he had left, but you know, he had this one left, and he put it up for sale, so I snagged it. Got it for 20 bucks. Can't complain. Again, the Bad Boy by Distortions Unlimited. It says Distortions 1994. I know it's in the 1995 catalog. So, you know, early to mid 90s. Again, it's just a crazy kind of punk. Very cool though. Glossy in the teeth in there. Kind of got its glossy eyes. Cut so you can see. I need to stuff it and get it back into shape, but again, and you know, these are. I have a lot of older Distortion stuff. You know, and the latex thickness varies. This one's pretty thick. It's got a decently thick pull. The rubber's still soft. Again, this thing, you know, is like the day it was made, but, you know, from back in the 90s, early to mid 90s, so very cool. Again, it's cool to have both versions. Again, you know, if you look up the 95 catalog, it says this was in the Shadow, the Shadow series. You know, they had the Flesh and Blood series, the mini masks. They had a lot of different I don't know exactly how many, but they had a whole bunch of different kind of series and groups of the masks. And they had the Shadow series, which is where you could find Hellhound 2, you know, the Death Jester, and this guy right here. I believe, you know, when I looked in the catalog, I only seen this one. But I know they had, obviously, 2 different versions. Exact same mask, same sculpt. Just, you know, just different paint scheme. Again, kind of a weird mask, not a real common one that you'd see. But I really like this design, and I love the 90s distortion stuff. You know, I love the, you know, the late 80s and the early to mid 90s. Even up to like 97 stuff, I love that distortion stuff. And anytime I can pick one up for a decent price, I do, so. Again, the Bad Boy by Distortions Unlimited. New old stock. 90s mask. The other alternate version, or the Caucasian or white version. Flesh tone. Very cool. So yeah, glad to have picked this up. I'm going to put this up with my other ones on my Distortions shelves. Yeah, again, the Bad Boy by Distortions Unlimited. Don't know what else to say about it. It's a really cool mask. Really cool that they have 2 versions of it. This one I need. It looks dusty, but when I got this one, it was covered in powder, almost like a baby powder. I don't know if it's to preserve it or whatever, but I wiped most of it off. But I still have to get it all out of the cracks and stuff. So if that's what you're wondering why it kind of looks, has a little white in the cracks, it's just that powder, which I need to get out. This one doesn't have it, luckily, so. But yeah, the Bad Boy by Distortions Unlimited. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.